What's going on, guys? It's Ruben here, back again with another action figure video review. And today, we're going to be continuing our look on the boys figures with Neca's The Boys Homelander Ultimate Action Figure. Now, this figure is absolutely amazing, guys. Honestly, I can't pick between which one I like better, between the Homelander or the Starlight figure. But the Homelander figure here is actually really awesome. I love everything about this figure. I love the cape. I love the costume. I love the likeness that they made to the character. But of course, as always, before we dive into the character, let's have a look at that packaging, and then we'll go ahead and come back and have a look at the accessories, and then we'll dive into the actual figure. So let's go ahead and have a look at that packaging real quick, guys. We'll be right back. So the packaging we have here with Homelander is very similar to the one we have from Starlight, but let's go ahead and have a look at the packaging and with this one, and then we'll compare here with Starlight's here in a little bit. So as you can see, we have red and blue because he is America's golden boy. Basically like Superman and Captain America mixed up. So we have some red strips up here on the top and bottom. Down here it says Ultimate Action Figure. It says Homelander. We have his logo back there. Really cool. Really pops out. Kind of reminds me like of a mini Hot Toys packaging. Up here it says The Boys. You have a little hanger on top here, so you can put it on the hooks at the store. It says The Boys up there on the top. The name of the show has the red stripes up here with blue in the middle. Love the blue texture, by the way. It's actually sculpted in there. It's not just painted. You can see it's kind of glossy too. It's actually picking up pretty good on camera. So on the side here, you got some more red stripes right here. Ultimate Action Figure says right there. Homelander's logo again says Homelander. Same thing on the side. On the bottom, everyone responsible for making the figure says The Boys, Neca Real Toys. Barcode. On the back, just like Starlight's, you got the red here on the side, on the corners. It says the 7, because he's part of the 7. He's actually the leader of the 7. Basically Superman. It says Homelander. Down here it says Vault International. And it says here everything that's included with the figure includes eye blast effects and interchangeable hands and head. You got some pretty cool pictures right here of Homelander. I really wish they would have included a stand so you can do a little flight pose. I've tried doing a flight pose with some other stands of mine. However, I think the figure is a bit too heavy and it kind of lops, from side to side, kind of falls down. Kind of weird because it doesn't do that with my Spider-Man figures or my, with my other figures that are able to fly. So that's kind of weird. On my Human Torch figure, it doesn't really do that. As you can see, you got the little flight pose right there. Laser beams, we'll get into that here later in the video. Got an awesome dynamic pose right there. And you get a bit of a read up. If you want to read it, you can pause it right now. Alrighty. And of course, you got the little Velcro, so it does open up. You get the window packaging where you see the figure, where the figure is displayed. Right there, you do get another cool picture of Homelander shooting his laser beams. He does use that quite often in the most horrific ways possible in the show. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for the packaging. I'm sorry, let me go ahead and pull out, almost forgot, pull out Starlight's packaging here. Almost dropped my camera there. So here's Starlight. As you can see, they went with somewhat the same packaging, which does make sense because I mean they are on the same team, in the show at least for a little while. So that sort of makes sense right there. On the side and on the back. So that's the packaging for both Starlight and Homelander there. I did buy these at the same time because I didn't want to buy them just separate. Anyway, that's it for packaging. Let's go ahead and jump into the accessories real quick. So for accessories, Homelander does come with some extra hands. I know earlier in the video I had him displayed with the fisted hands. However, he does come in the packaging with these grabby hands right here, which you can use them to choke his victims or have him on the side whenever he has his hands on his hips. They actually work both ways whenever you're going to put his hands on his hips. You can either have the open hands like these, or you can have the fisted hands. These are actually his interchangeable hands, his extra hands that he comes with. So, pretty much the same thing, just extra hands. And they're pretty simple to pop on here. I'm going to do one and one, just so you can kind of get a bit of an idea. So, these are more traditional NECA hands in my opinion, because they feel like something that would come with every figure. So there, as you can see, he has one open hand. So if you wanted to put this one on his hip, there you go. Kind of that mighty pose of his. So, yeah. So that's what he comes with. He also does come with 2 interchangeable heads. I'm going to show the normal one first. So we just go with this one right here. And this one looks like more of a happy one. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10 of how close he looks like to the actual actor portraying him in the show, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I want to give this an 8. I don't know quite how to explain it. He almost looks like Brad Pitt, just a little bit. Or like a mix of Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling. I know it's kind of a bad comparison, but I don't know. It looks like his face is smushed, you know? Maybe it's the jawline that needs to be more out. I don't know what it is. But comparing it to the face that he already has on, I do like this one a bit more. Once again, just like how I mentioned with the Starlight figures, Neca's getting way better with having both heads fit on the figure. I don't know. I like this one because I guess in the show he's always angry. Oh, I think what it is this one looks like he's more shaved and this one doesn't, if you look kind of closely. So yeah, so you can kind of tell. This one looks like he's got a bit of a beard and this one doesn't. So yeah. But yeah, that's the other head he has on right there. This one's more of an angry head. This one's more of he's trying to smile head, but it's almost awkward for him. So yeah, almost like a smirk, not a smile. The other head he does come with probably is my favorite, aside from the one he already has on. And it's this one right here. And this is his laser beam head. I love, it kind of reminds me of Man of Steel whenever Superman shoots his, laser beams out of his eyes. How the side of his face kind of like turns red. Almost like it's bruised. But I do love it. I also love his hair, guys. I want to explain that. I love how the hair is sculpted on here. On all the figures. I do love that hair. He's got kind of a little fade of brown on the side. Anyway, back to the head. Sorry. I do love this. And yes, those are holes inside his eyes. Why? To apply the actual laser beam effects. Now, just like Starlight, how I mentioned with that figure, when I went, hunting for the packaging, I opened up the actual packaging, not, took out the figure, but I mean the window packaging, like we mentioned earlier. I would open it like this and look at the figure inside. And I would look at each figure. When I went to Walmart, there were 3 Starlights and 4 Homelanders. And what I was really looking for it was the head sculpts. I wanted to find the right head where his eyes weren't looking a certain way. One was looking up, one was looking down. Same thing with this head. However, what I was really looking for was to make sure the pegs, or the holes inside the eyes, were perfectly lined up. Because I didn't want any problems. I wanted him to shoot the laser beams directly. So how to apply the laser beams is pretty simple. I love how it's translucent right there. So here are the laser beams. At first I thought it was like this. However, it's like this. This is sort of like when it's hitting something. It's going to bounce off a little bit. So put the pegs in. Like so. Oh crap. Sorry guys. So you put the pegs in. Pretty simple. So there you have it. So you can shoot towards the camera, shoot that way, shoot down, shoot up. Really cool. But of course, we're going to put this on the figure real quick and we'll come back and check it out. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Sort of like the poster of the show, or that infamous scene at the end of episode 1, season 1, where he shoots down that, where he shoots down that airplane. You can have him flying, shooting his lasers. So, really cool. I love this. Love this very much. So, and of course, just take them out like so. And the head is actually very easy to pop off. You got a big old ball joint. All the heads pop on pretty easily. I know I didn't showcase the smiling head, but let me go ahead and pop that on. So yeah, as you can see, just pop on pretty easily. Neca is improving very much. So yeah. So let's go ahead and dive into the figure, guys. So Homelander here is sporting his infamous costume. Of course, he is American. He does have that blue costume going on here with the red strip down there. Golden belt with his logo down there. He does have these cool looking eagles, almost like they would be on the side of a building, sculpt on for his shoulder pads. He does have some a red collar there with some gold patterns on there. Same thing with his gloves here, his gauntlets. And I do love how his gloves are that type of red, that Man of Steel red. I don't know why my camera keeps... There you go. But there you go. I fixed it. The lighting. But I do love the figure very much. It does feel like something that NECA would release. Of course, he does have some kind of texture going on here. It's sculpted for his actual blue suit here. Do love the boots as well. I don't know. It really reminds me of a mix of Captain America and Superman. I do love the gold strips going on here in the boot, along with the logos right there. They did sculpt the bottom of his shoes. I figured they'd be black, but they're brown. But that's kind of cool. Okay, I didn't notice that at first, but it does have a bit of a paint smudge right there. You can't really tell because the brown's kind of dark, but it does have a red paint smudge right there. That's okay. And then, of course, what's going to stand out most is the cape. I love the cape. You got the red, white, and blue cape right here, the American flag cape. Up here you got blue with the white stars there. And then you have red and white. I love that. Love how it expands like that. It's also attached pretty well. I'm always scared that capes are going to fall off any figure, whether it's Batman or a Superman figure. I'm always scared that the capes are going to fall off, but I don't have that. I don't see that problem happening with this NECA figure. So yeah, I really do love this figure. So anyway, let's go ahead and do articulation time, guys, and we'll jump into size comparison. So for articulation, Homelander does have quite a bit of articulation. And it's really what's expected from NECA these days. I really do enjoy this articulation. So his head, as we mentioned earlier, is on a ball joint. Does move up that much, move downward that much. Does rotate 360. His shoulders do move out. I noticed that if you kind of move this up a little bit and move his shoulders out, it does go up quite a bit. But that's really as high as it goes. It is hindered by that, and I wouldn't want to break that. It does move forward that much, backward that much. Actually, it rotates all the way around. Nothing at the muscle. But he does have double jointed elbows, which always help. And he wouldn't be able to do that, you know, hands on hips type pose without that. It does rotate up here. It does rotate down here at the glove. It does rotate here at the wrist. It does pivot at the wrist. It doesn't have an ab crunch, but I'm okay with that because I feel like that would ruin the articulation here. However, it does have a bit of an ab crunch here at the waist. Waist articulation, not ab crunch, I'm sorry. Does rotate. I love how it doesn't expose too much. You can tell they sculpted that down there. He's got a bit of that NECA diaper. It's sort of like what you see with the Jason Voorhees figures. His legs do kick forward that much, do kick backward that much. He can do a full split. You can see the little joints right there already. I do love this though. Double bend at the knee. Rotation up here. Rotation down here. Nothing at the boot, but that's okay. Ankles do go down that much, go up that much. He does have ankle pivot, so there you have it. So for size comparison time, guys, he does stand a little bit over 7.5 inches tall, so that's actually kind of tall. So comparing him next to the only other boys figure that NECA has released, here is Starlight. He does stand taller than Starlight. So he's a pretty big guy. But yeah, I really do wish NECA would release more boys figures, at least the rest of the 7. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I already did a review over this figure. If you haven't seen it, be sure to go back and check it out. So let's go ahead and compare him next to some other anti-heroes, guys. Here we have the Netflix Marvel Legends Punisher here, the John Bernthal version. And here we have the NECA Evil Dead 2 Ash figure. So he does stand taller than both of them, so that's kind of cool. But then again, Ash is slouching. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Also, don't worry, I will do a review on this guy in October. So stay tuned. And then here he is next to the Star Wars Black Series First Order Stormtrooper. So there you have it, guys. The NECA Boys Ultimate Homelander figure. Once again, I really do love this figure, guys. Cannot say enough good things about this figure. NECA has done a tremendous job once again. They always seem to deliver when it comes to just about anything, really. But I do love this figure, guys. Once again, I do recommend this to any boys fan out there. I also wish NECA would make more of these figures, man. Honestly, I really do like these that much. But I do want to rate this a 10 out of 10, just like Starlight over there. really can't find any problems with this figure, guys. Really do love all the accessories they gave us. Everything they have, really great. Anyway, guys, as always, this has been Rubik's Film. Hold on, there's one more thing I need to show you. Be right back. Wow, that was a close one, guys. I almost ended the video there. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys this will be the next figure I'll be reviewing coming up is the NECA Ultimate Frankenstein's monster figure. Cannot wait to do a review on this. Stay tuned. Anyway, guys, peace out. I will see you guys later.